Let's talk about something you've probably felt but maybe couldn't put a name to. It's that strange, confusing feeling of being completely misunderstood, like people are reacting to a version of you that just isn't there. You know the feeling, right? Maybe you're just sitting there, lost in thought, and someone walks up and asks why you're so angry. Or you're carefully thinking through a decision, and someone accuses you of being secretive. It's this bizarre gap that can open up between who you know you are and how other people seem to see you. And here's what that disconnect can look like. Inside, you feel perfectly calm, but they see you as aloof. You're simply being quiet, but they interpret it as disapproval. You're just being thoughtful, but to them, it looks like you're hiding something. It really is like a story is being written about you, but you're not the one holding the pen. So, what is going on here? Well, it often comes down to this idea of being a blank screen. If you're someone who is naturally pretty calm, observant, or just, emotionally contained, you don't always broadcast everything you're thinking and feeling. And in doing so, you create a sort of neutral space around yourself. And this is the absolute key. The human brain hates a vacuum. It hates uncertainty. So when it's faced with that neutral blank screen, it gets uncomfortable. And what does it do to solve that uncertainty? It starts to interpret. It begins to fill in the blanks itself. Now, this whole process of filling in the blanks actually has a name. It's called psychological projection. And all it really is when someone takes their own feelings, their own worries, their own stuff that they haven't dealt with, and they just kind of overlay it onto you. In a way, they're watching a movie of their own inner life, and they've just cast you in a major role without you even auditioning. So, what kind of things are they filling that screen with? Well, it's usually the heavy stuff. The things that are hard to look at in ourselves, right? Unresolved emotions, deep insecurities, maybe even personality traits that they really struggle to accept. It's just so much easier to see that stuff in someone else than it is to see it in the mirror. And this is the most crucial part to understand. When this happens, they're not really reacting to you. They're reacting to what you've become a mirror for. Your quiet, neutral presence has, completely by accident, become a reflection of their own internal world. You can think about it like this. There are kind of two ways people are perceived. Folks who are really expressive, who wear their heart on their sleeve, they tend to be read. What you see is what you get. But people who are more contained, more of that blank screen, they have to be interpreted. And as soon as someone starts interpreting, they're bringing all their own baggage into the equation. So I really want you to hear this. If this happens to you a lot, it is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean you're being dishonest or deceptive or that you're hiding something. It's not a character flaw. Instead, maybe try to think of it like this. It's just a sign that to other people, you are psychologically open-ended. You present more like a question than a statement. And in that quiet, open space, other people can't help but find room for their own answers. And that really brings us to this one, simple, clarifying thought. When others don't know where you stand, they fill the gap with themselves.